things as well. Um, because yeah, it's saying like you have to actually take action on whatever this is that you're thinking about. And maybe you have a fear of rejection, like whether people accept you or reject you has nothing to do with who you actually are. So maybe the voices of other people and what they would say are impacting you, or maybe what like some other person in your life would think of this decision. You're too worried about that they wouldn't approve of this, or they wouldn't like support me in this, or maybe like this is something that's really different and like it's not normal like within the realms of like societal norms, and this is just weird, and people are going to reject me or disapprove of this, or I'm going to disappoint, like whatever. There's like a heavy focus on other people and you doing this thing, and you need to like stop that. You need to just take action on this thing, whatever it is that you want. The timing is right for you to do this. I think it's going to bring you a lot of abundance and balance. I think the universe has actually been trying to tell you this. I think the universe has been trying to communicate with you to take this step forward, to get out of your comfort zone and to explore this new cycle and to start anew in whatever this is. But you have been holding yourself back because you're like afraid of failing or rejection, or just like not. I don't know. It's just, I don't know. Maybe it's comfort. Maybe it's just convenience and comfort that's keeping you in this cycle. But it's obviously not making you happy, because, I mean, we have the Eight of Cups, the Four of Pentacles, the Two of Swords, and the Ten of Swords. Like, those are literally all cards. This is like about a major ending, something coming to an end so that a new beginning can happen. The Two of Swords is you not wanting to see the truth, you not wanting to see or hear your intuition, you not listening to your deeper self, living in fear, doubt, skepticism, blocking off your energy, and also not seeing signs from the universe, right? Like maybe the universe is legit communicating to you through synchronicities and all that good stuff, and you're just like, nope, not looking, not like, I'm ignoring it because you don't want to see it, you don't want to hear the truth, even though you know that this is your truth and you need to do this, but because maybe you're so scared of taking this step forward, you're just pretending like it's not there. So you're clinging on to some old way of being, or you're just being really attached and scared to let go and move on from whatever this area in your life is, to start like something fresh and new and exciting. But the universe is saying that this is the time to do it. Like, yes, the timing is right for this new venture. A happy outcome follows your positive expectations. So you need to not think in this energy of the Two of Swords where like, I'm gonna fail, people are gonna reject me, this isn't gonna work out, it's gonna have the worst possible outcome. You need to really trust that this is going to have a happy ending, a happy outcome. You're gonna have abundance. I mean, like literally the Empress is at the bottom. The Empress is all about your manifestations coming to fruition, you being in the highest light that you can be, radiating love, joy, following your intuition, being in touch with yourself, and manifesting. This is about having money. This is about having abundance, lots of love. Like, this is being in just like that really, really good high vibrational energy. But this is Taurus energy, so this is about physical things. So that's something that you're worried about, like money, or with the Four of Pentacles, just not having enough, like having maybe a lack mindset, like, oh, I don't have enough, I need to move forward in my life to something more positive, but I just can't. Like, I feel so defeated. Like with the Ten of Swords, you're dead, right? You're reaching for the broom to take flight towards your dreams or towards like a better future, but you have the swords keeping you down, like you literally can't move. So I feel like maybe that's how you feel, where have felt is like, I want to, but I just feel like I want to give up on life. I just want to give up because I feel so stuck. I feel so stuck and so blocked, but I'm not happy here. I'm not happy here, but I don't know how to move forward. And the universe is saying maybe a lot of that is fear holding you back from moving forward. It's your own perception of what's going to happen in the future and your own doubts and not believing in yourself, or just not having the courage to take that leap of faith, and knowing that once you do, and once you're actually moving and going, that all of those fears that you had about being rejected or the people in your life not approving of you, it will all come together beautifully and perfectly, and you will have the support that you need, you will have the recognition that you need. You are really just proving this to yourself and not to other people, but by default, like other people are going to, or is it like a byproduct of people are going to also believe in you as well? That's where it always starts. Like, you have to believe in yourself first, and then you take steps to doing that thing that you want to do, and then other people are going to also get on board with believing in your journey as well. But if you listen to everybody telling you, no, this won't work, this is stupid, whatever, and that's going to hold you back, then you're always going to be waiting for them to approve of you before you start anything. And then what do they know? They don't know shit about you. They don't know how strong you are. They don't know how you feel. They don't know how much anxiety you have about a certain situation. This situation seems to be really causing you a lot of stress, anxiety, worry, just a lot of pain. It could be even physical pain, like your back could be hurting. You could be just, I don't know, just there's a lot of stress here, burden, heavy burden that you have been carrying. And it seems to be a lot in your thoughts as well, and your mentality, and just a lot of anxiety, overthinking in your head, and can't stop thinking about this. And so what do they know? Like, this is your life, your health. Like, you need to take care of that. And if this is something that's burdening you, you need to free yourself from that and take action steps no matter what other people are going to think, and whether or not you have their support. It's like, sorry, but at some point I have to just do what's right for me. And I think that by you taking this step, you find a lot more balance in your life, because there is maybe a lack of balance. And then you have your abundance, and then you have this new happy beginning with something that you're really passionate about, or just a lot more passion in your life. And you're gonna have a lot of creative ideas. I think that you're gonna like a lot of these creative ideas are gonna come to you like inspiration, because you're no longer in this like unfulfilled energy, just kind of going through the motions and being all clingy, needy, and the lack mentality, nothing's going right, just feeling very defeated. You're gonna say bye bye to that, and then you're starting like a whole, and then like these new opportunities are gonna come with the Ace of Cups. Okay, so this is like a brand new beginning in something creative, or something that you really love, that brings you a lot of emotional fulfillment. There's a lot of potential here for this to grow into a lot of abundance. And so once you start doing that, you're going to have a lot of these new ideas that come to you. You're going to feel very inspired, empowered, very passionate, very like in that go-getter energy. You're going to have the energy to go and pursue. And I think everything's going to just shift for the better. This new cycle is like what you need, but like it's kind of like that feeling of like you've been so lazy for like a whole week, let's say. Like you just hit a rut, and or you hit a wall, you're in a rut, and you've just been so lazy all week, and you've been eating like shit, you've been watching stupid TV, like mindless stuff, just not in a good place, not going outside, feeling just like low on energy. And you're like, well, I know I have to go to the gym, I know I have to start eating healthier tomorrow, I'm going to do tomorrow. And then tomorrow comes and you never do it. And then you're just at that point where like, oh, I hate myself so much for where I'm at in my life, because I am just eating like shit. I'm doing things that I know are not good for me, but I just am so fucking lazy right now, and I just don't want to get up and do anything. But I know I should go to the gym. I know I should go outside. I know I should start doing all of these things. And then it's just really hard. So the example is just like, it's really hard when you're in that space of like, you've been lazy for so long, to actually get up finally and go outside, go for a walk, go for a jog, go for a hike, go to the gym, like something physical. It's just really hard to get up and go. But if you can just get the energy to just get up and go, and like do this thing, then you're going to build momentum, and you're going to be like, oh, okay, I forgot how good it feels to move. I forgot how happy this makes me. And oh, I already feel better, because that's like a number one thing. Like the moment you start moving your body, everything like wakes up in you, and then you start to get all this adrenaline and like more momentum going. So then you're on a roll now. So I just feel like what all you have to do, all the universe is asking for you to do, is just to please take this step, take action, just get out of that comfort zone that you're in, and just do that. Just take the first step. And once you take the first step, you're already out of your rut. You're already out of that shitty cycle. And now the universe is going to help you, and like it's going to keep flowing. And it is going to be sending you signs and synchronicities. There's going to be a lot of sunshine, happiness. Maybe this is requiring for you to collaborate with other people. Um, or like do something with regards to your career or work or how you make your money, but you're going to have a lot of new ideas. You're going to have the energy to pursue it. It's going to be great. I think it's going to be great. You just have to actually do it. You have to bring an end to this cycle, whatever this is for you. What you need to know is this cycle that you're in, like this happiness that you're experiencing, this is blocking a new beginning from happening. This is preventing you from starting anew. I think that once you would you're being called to reevaluate your life, the 7 of Pentacles. So like reevaluate your life, your situation, wherever it is that you are right now, and take inventory of like what is helping you, what is serving you, what you don't want, what you want in your future. How you like plan. I think like make a plan for your future, whatever this is regarding. This could be relationships, this could be anything. Okay, so like I'm keeping it general because I wanted to just you to apply in whatever way it resonates with you in your life. But then there's this new, like, tangible beginning that you're going to have. So I think that this could have to do with a new relationship, a new job, a new career, a new way of making money, something physical, maybe a new health plan, exercise program, new diet. And that's been something that's been like causing you a lot of heaviness and stress. So there's an opportunity here for a brand new cycle, a brand new beginning. And so, okay, so what do you want them to do? To get out of your comfort zone, the 3 of Wands. Oh my gosh. Yeah, it's to make the plan that how do you want to move forward? What are your dreams? What is this thing that you want to accomplish? And what are the changes that you need to make in your life, basically? Make those needed changes that you need to make, right? And getting out of your comfort zone and taking that first step towards them. So if, let's say this change that you need to make is that you start eating healthier, like you need to change up your diet. It's not working for you. You feel like shit after you eat. You're gaining weight, whatever. It's keeping you lethargic. You know you can do better. And so then you're like, okay, well, how am I going to do this? You have a plan. You maybe hire a coach, I don't know, something, a nutritionist. You go to the doctor, whatever, and you get out there and you go to the store and you start buying food and you start cooking more and you start eating healthier, or you sign up at the gym if it's going to the gym, or it could be something even bigger like a new job, a new relationship, a new lifestyle, a new you, a new look for you, a makeover, um, whatever it is. Okay, it's like, ooh, I want to pay off my debt, I want to make more money, how can I do this? Whatever it is for you, you're being asked to literally just get off your ass, sorry, but head off your ass, get out of fear, stop letting fear hold you back, find some semblance of passion and excitement for this thing that you want and go for it and do it. And if you're struggling with pursuing this thing because of fear, think of how this thing makes you come to life. Think of how accomplishing this thing would make you feel. And I think that would give you enough passion and excitement to get out of your comfort zone, because the payoff is so much bigger than your fear. At some point, like, our fear keeps us small, but at some point, our fear, like, because of fear, like, we're not moving forward in life, so it causes us pain. Right now we start to suffer because, like, this lifestyle legit is like killing us now. So sometimes the pain of being in our comfort zone is so much more like painful than actually the pain of getting out of our comfort zone and doing something very, very new. You know what I'm saying? So if you've hit that point where where you staying where you are right now is actually causing you more pain than the pain it would cause to be uncomfortable by doing something new that would actually bring you a lot more positivity in your life and happiness and health and money and abundance, then that's a sign. That's like a clear sign that, like, it's time to go. It's time to leave this cycle behind. Maybe it's a relationship that you're not wanting to let go of. Maybe you're still stuck on someone that this whole cycle's not helping you. You're feeling stuck, you're talking to someone and it's not working. There's just something that is not making you feel empowered. You need to let it go and be brave enough to let it go, because there is a new beginning. There's new love here, there's a new relationship, new career, new money, new passion, new ideas, new creativity, new energy. So all of this new stuff is coming through, and all you have to do is get out of your comfort zone and just do it. Like, honestly, just take action. The timing is right. This is going to bring a lot of balance into your life. Whatever it is that you're still hanging on to is, if it's not manifesting, it's probably because it's not for you. And you need to open your mind and like broaden your perspective and see what other options you have. And the universe is sending you signs and synchronicities, number patterns, animals, symbols. Like, just pay attention to all of it, and obviously use your intuition to discern for yourself what it's saying. But there's a lot of signs that are trying to lead you on the right path. um so just like become more aware, I guess, of your surroundings, and don't like, the whole thing of like getting rejected or failing or whatever, don't let that stop you, because you're not going to fail. You're going to be successful. But even if you fail, even if something bad happens from this experience, it does not diminish who you are as a person. It doesn't define who you are as a person. It has nothing to do with who you actually are, right? It's just something that you did. It didn't work out. Cool. Moving on with my life. You are still worthy. You are still amazing. You are still smart, intelligent, beautiful. Like it literally affects nothing. It's just something. At least you had the nerve and the courage and the balls to pursue this thing, that to get out of your comfort zone. That's gonna grow you as a person. But I see abundance and success here with whatever this is for you. You just have to do it. So I hope that inspired you to do it, whatever this is for you. I would love to know what this is for you in the comments below, because it's just so vague for me in general. But I'd love to know your individual situations if you'd like to share that. And if you enjoyed this reading, please like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. I wish you all the best on your journey, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye. Hi, you too. Welcome to your reading. So if you chose this Howlite Crystal, this is going to be a reading, and today we're just getting some general messages on what you need to know or hear right now. I'm keeping it pretty open, just so anything that wants to come through will come through. So we have our first oracle cards, and then we'll be pulling some tarot. So for your first card, we have Ready, Set, Go. Now is the perfect moment to dive in and embrace your heart's desire. Okay. We have Stop playing small in order to make people feel comfortable. Okay, so it's time to step out and do the thing. Trust yourself. Your intuition is powerful. Trust it. Nothing can replace your internal compass. We have You signed up for this. We have Zana. You are protected from all types of harm. The worst is now behind you. I ask you to relax and feel safe. And then we have Rest and Rejuvenation, number 19. To be sure. Okay, so then I'm going to pull your tarot cards out, and then we'll get the full picture. So what else does your two need to know right now? What do they need to know or hear right now? What does group 2 need to know or hear right now? Okay. So we have the Eight of Pentacles, the Ace of Wands, the Four of Cups, the Hierophant, and the Nine of Swords. I think that you have given something in your life a lot of thought to a point where maybe it's been causing you a lot of anxiety. Maybe you've been having some sleepless nights, or it's just something that you can't stop thinking about. I kind of think that it could be one of two things. One, you could be overanalyzing the situation and it's really causing a lot of stress because you're just like overthinking it. Or or it could just be general, like you just deal with a lot of anxiety and the universe is bringing your attention to that, and it's really asking you to address that issue. If you are dealing with a lot of anxiety and it's like a general thing where you can't fall asleep at night and it's really hard, it's like uh really good way to tell that you are struggling with anxiety is like if you can fall asleep easily at night or not, I think. So if you are waking up in the middle of the night or having bad dreams, that's just something to like bring your attention to. But if there's just something specific or temporary in your life, like you're going through a phase right now, I think it's really asking for you to take care of your mental health right now and to really focus on resting, rejuvenating, maybe, meditating and just doing those more mentally calming exercises. Also, just spending the less time doing and going and stressing yourself about things that you can't control and stressing yourself about things that are just extra in your life that you maybe you're giving too much of your energy to other people and it's really causing you some stress. So just like pulling back your energy wherever you can, going back in on yourself, spending more time alone and just being, right? And maybe going out into nature and just really calming down, relaxing, reconnecting. Maybe taking a vacation is another thing that you need to know. Because with you sign up for this, this is the universe telling you that whatever it is that you're going through right now, you signed up for it. So it's not like an accident, it's not a mistake. You're not being punished, you're not cursed, like none of that. This is something that you um sort of manifested as well. I mean, you sign up for it on a soul level. Like everything that we experience is something that is part of our soul's path, whether it's good or bad, it's there for a reason. But also, recognizing that maybe through your own anxiety and your own stress, you are manifesting situations in your life that are less than fulfilling, that are not like indication of where you want to be in your life. And just tuning in and being like, well, the universe isn't doing this to you. Life's not out to get you. It's kind of like my own thoughts and anxiety and lower vibration is creating these more negative, stressful experiences. So noticing where your thoughts are and what energy space and mindset you're in, and then is trying to do what you can first and foremost to regain your to connect with yourself again, right? Reconnect back with yourself, calm down, do those exercises. If you wanted help with that, I do have my website, followyourOwnrhythm.com. It's in the description box below, like my link to my website. If you go there, I have a free email course that you can sign up for. It's to reconnect with yourself in 4 days. So there's like four different exercises, one for each day, 4 days in a row, for how to do this, like how to reconnect with yourself. This might actually be really helpful for you if you are feeling a little bit lost and stressed and like low in energy. That could be something really helpful for you. But that's basically what I'm getting at. It's like that's something that you really have to focus on. That's one message, okay? So there's something here with like rest and rejuvenation and reconnecting with yourself. The other message is I think that there's something that you have been thinking about and ruminating about for a while now. You spend a lot of time in this space of reflection and really evaluating, like, okay, is this what I want? This is what I want. Okay, this is like just something that's been at the forefront of your mind that maybe is um keeping you up at night in maybe a little bit more of an exciting way though. It's not so much like it's bringing you down, stressing you out, but it's something that's really like, ooh, like you're excited, like you want to do this, you've given it a lot of thought, and like this inspiring creative idea. And it could be something to do with work or like um how to make money or like a skill that you want to learn, like mastering a skill that you want to like be a master at, like getting good at something, or starting something new. And this is something that you've been thinking about. And so the universe is wanting you to know that, yeah, do it. Like, ready, set, go, let's go. Now is the perfect moment to dive in and embrace your heart's desire. So there is something in your heart that you've been wanting to do. This could obviously be with like work because the Eight of Pentacles came out, but this could very well be with anything in life. I mean, literally fill in the blank. It could be with a person, that a crush that you have and you want to like ask them out on a date and you've been scared, so you're like, okay, like I've been thinking about this, like I'm just gonna freaking go ahead and do it, even though I might get rejected. Maybe that's a fear that I have, but I'm still just gonna do it. I don't want to miss this opportunity. So the universe is calling your attention that to the fact that there's a new opportunity here for you of something that's really exciting and will make you feel really alive and passionate, and you'll have a lot of energy for it. And I think it could be learning something new or doing like being really focused and working really hard on a skill or a new endeavor. But if you don't take advantage of this, you could perhaps miss the opportunity. So if you don't take this opportunity now, then it might be a little while until it comes around again that you'll have this motivation and inspiration to do it. And the thing that could be holding you back from doing this now is that maybe you are playing small because you want to please other people. So like maybe you are like just a really intelligent person, you have this idea, you have something that you're really good at, and you're afraid to own it because other people are probably going to look at you as like, oh, who does he or she think they are, like they think they know this, they think they're so good at this, they're just going to project their own like feeling of smallness onto you. and then that makes you feel uncomfortable. But if you're genuinely good at something and you know you have the smarts, the intelligence, the experience, the wisdom, and it could be to do with like being a teacher of some sort with a higher fate. It could be you being a spiritual teacher or a coach or a meditation teacher, yoga teacher, or something that requires that you pass down your wisdom to others, or like the expertise that you have, right? Like you've learned this skill, you become really good at it. You're a really good tarot reader, and now you're going to go ahead and do tarot readings. And you're like, well, what if, like, I don't want to shine too bright because it might make people uncomfortable because they're not shining that bright because they haven't owned their own sovereignty and their own free spirit and their own sun and light. But I'm owning mine because I want to. That's like my, mission in life. And other people might project their own stuff onto you. And just like, don't let that stop you. Don't be afraid to shine bright, no matter how uncomfortable you make other people. This is not your problem. It's not your problem to make people feel comfortable with their fears and their insecurities. That's their journey. The best thing actually that you can do instead of playing small to make other people feel comfortable is to shine bright, but not in a cocky and egotistical way, but to shine bright as in exemplify what it means to be in the light. Exemplify what it means to do what it is that you're really good at doing and show how it's done. Be the example in a humble kind of way, and then people will learn from you. So you're not there to just show off and show how great you are and you guys all suck. It's like, look, I know it's hard to get out of your comfort zone and be your best self. Look, this is how I do it, but I also want to bring you along with me. Not in like a forceful way where you're forcing people to change, but in a very personable, open, friendly, welcoming way to where people could approach you and maybe even be inspired by you and ask like, how do you do that? Like, that's really cool. Like, I'm inspired by how healthy you eat. Can you teach me about nutrition or whatever? So you keep your energy open as the Hierophant, and you are passing down your knowledge, but from a place of like, you make people feel comfortable with it, and you're not like in their face and making them feel less than you. It's not from a place of superiority. It's from a very like kind of equal, but it's not equal because you definitely do know more than these people, but you're making them feel like they're not less than you. I hope that makes sense. But I think that's the best way to be a teacher, like especially a spiritual teacher, but any kind of teacher. You are passing down knowledge and wisdom, but you have to, it's an art. Like you can't do it forcefully. You can't be overzealous and just like put it on people. It's like a balance, right? You have to do it with, um, it's just a very intuitive process, I think. And I think that that's something that you could be learning on your journey, like whatever this is for you. And really, you're being asked to trust yourself. Your intuition is powerful. Trust it. Nothing can replace your internal compass. There's something that you know deep inside that you need to do. Um, or yeah, just however that applies. There, what that is for you. And also, I just feel like your intuition is really strong. If you don't know, it's like your intuition's been trying to tell you this and talk to you, but you've been maybe ignoring it. So just really tune into like your intuition talking to you. And also, if you are afraid of like this not turning out well or just something not going right, you are being protected from all types of harm. So, and when I was shuffling, I like four cards from my messages in the universe that fell out, and I was like, I only want one card or whatever. But among the four cards, like I also saw you are safe and protected, and then we had this card come out. I'm like, okay, cool. So we have that message twice, and then I also saw you're not crazy. What you feel is real. So maybe there you have a tendency to question your intuition, to doubt your inner guidance system, and rely too much on other people to tell you what to do, or just observing your environment and kind of being a follower instead of a leader. This is just saying like trust your intuition, like those things that you feel are true and accurate, and you're not crazy, like you're not making this stuff up. Like you're a lot more intuitive, I think, than you give yourself credit for. Um, so whatever this is the perfect moment to dive in and embrace your heart's desire, something that your heart really wants. Um, With the Four of Cups, maybe there are opportunities around you that you're not recognizing because you're too focused on something. So let's see what the Four of Cups is trying to say. Maybe you're not recognizing that as a blessing or an opportunity. So why is the Four of Cups here? Why? Okay, all right. Let's do this again. That's like 100 cards. I like just like one card to really clarify, one or two cards. Why is the Four of Cups here for pile two? What are they focused on instead of this blessing? The Nine of Wands, being like a wounded warrior, being guarded, having your walls up, feeling tired and defeated. Whatever this is, you just feel really tired, defeated, stuck. So what is this Ace of Cups? If they buck, what is this blessing that's trying to be offered to them? The Six of Wands and the Wheel of Fortune. It's success and victory. It's all of your hard work and your efforts paying off and having balance and harmony in your life. It's destiny. It's part of your destiny. You're meant to have success and victory in life or in this specific area in your life. Um, and okay, so the Wheel of Fortune is the universe sort of like the wheel is gonna move no matter what. So this is the wheel of karma, you can say, right? So it's things are going to happen no matter if you like it or not. Life is going to keep moving. And you can either be stubborn and resist the changes that happen, and then you're going to feel like the wounded warrior, right? You're going to feel defensive, you're going to feel blocked, you're going to feel like you can't move, you're tired. Or you can flow with the changes that come to you and recognize those new blessings and opportunities around you, and that is what creates victory and success in your life. So it's like you have a choice. And also there's something about not being influenced by other people and their opinions, and also not being triggered by other people or life circumstances. Because the Wheel of Fortune also is, if you remain centered, right? Centered, like calm, you have inner peace, inner balance, you're grounded. If you are in that vibration, if you're in that energy, then that's like you being in the middle of the wheel, the center of the wheel. And if you're at the center of the wheel because you're centered, you're like, you're not like easily, you're conscious, you're not being unconscious and unaware, being affected by every little thing, but you remain in your power and you remain conscious and of how you react to situations. So you're at the center of the wheel. So when the wheel turns in your life, that's all the changing situations, right, that you can't control. When you're at the center of the wheel, you're not affected by those things because you have your inner peace, you have your inner sense of calm, and you're surrendered and you accept things, and you're able to flow with things. You're able to remain conscious and aware that, dude, these are just little things that happen in life. They're fleeting, they're temporary, they're going to go. I'm not going to get all triggered. My ego's not going to get triggered. But if you're not in that centered space and you are in this anxious space where you're just like triggered by everything, overthinking, thinking worst case scenarios, what ifs, all of that ego energy, right? That's causing a lot of stress. Then that's like you being on the outside of the wheel. And then anytime the wheel turns, any little change that happens in your life or any little detour from away from your plans is gonna be a shit show in your life. It's gonna be a huge and a storm, a tower moment, because it's like, well, I wanted it this way, and this is what I was planning on, and this is my expectation, and then this happened, and now I'm fucked, and then you become stressed. You know what I'm saying? So it's just really important that you do find your center, your inner balance, so that when life happens, you are able to remain calm. And that's how you have victory. And I do feel like you're going to have victory. So there is this strong message here about taking care of your mental health so that you can be successful in life. Because I think a lot of the things that are happening are because you're just overthinking it, and it would solve a lot of problems if you just didn't, if you looked at it from that other perspective, and you just owned your shit. Like you just did your own thing, did what you wanted to do, and stop like pretending like you're like everybody else. Stop pretending like you live life the way other people do, or you want the things that other people do just to fit in. You shine bright, you get out there, you show your true self, even if that's too powerful for some people to handle. Again, that's not your job to make people feel comfortable. Okay. So if you embrace the changes in your life and you go with the flow, I think that's where you have victory. If you resist the changes, you're going to feel wounded, defeated, tired. Okay? So you need to let go of that. And then let me just clarify the Hierophant. So why is the Hierophant here for Druid? For one thing to know right then? The Three of Wands and the High Priestess. This is pretty similar to pile one, I would say. So if you wanted to also listen to pile one, maybe you can get more motivation, inspiration about whatever this is. But it does feel pretty similar because like the Three of Wands also came out for that, for like what they need to do to get out of this state. But I think it's really just look at, I mean, these two pictures are so similar. They're both meditating, finding peace and calm. So that's just something that you really need to focus on right now. And like somehow you're teaching it to other people though. So whatever it is that you've learned in your life, whatever skill that you have mastered, that you're really passionate about and really excited about, um, I feel like there's something here with you like passing that on to other people, but in not in like a I'm better than you way or I'm superior to you, but like here, let's learn together type of way. And this is causing for you to come out of your comfort zone. This could definitely have something to do with like spirituality or the occult or something that is like more mysterious, deep, unknown, taboo with the high priestess. It could have to do with like your people's mental health as well, or like the subconscious, or just things that aren't like so talked about in society. And this is maybe why it's like making you uncomfortable because it's making you get out of your comfort zone and be seen by the world. But it's kind of like the darker parts that you don't want people to see maybe about themselves, and because you've already addressed those parts in you and now you're like teaching that to others or something. It could be with like shadow work. So this could be like a higher calling. This could have to do with your life purpose, like some deeper things that we need to all deal with that you have like access to helping other people deal with. Because the high priestess is about intuition and the higher realms, your higher self as well. So it's definitely aligned to your divine mission, your purpose. It could definitely be your life purpose. And to just not be scared to step into your light and do the thing, even if, like, some people are confused about it or don't like it. Because I think you will, yeah, it's just, I feel like if you don't take this opportunity to do this thing or you don't act on this, you're going to feel bored in your life. Like you're never going to be fulfilled. Like this is about like boredom and this interest. Like there's nothing else really that interests you but this. So why not just do it? Why not just go all in? And maybe this is something that you know already. Like, okay, I've been thinking about this. I know, I have a plan. Like, I got to do it. But I don't really want to. I'm scared. But you're protected. Like any sort of harm that you think can happen or failure, rejection, whatever it is that would hold you back, you're being watched over and protected. This is part of your life purpose. So I in the beginning the reading kind of seems like okay, like it could be this or this or this, but the more I'm getting into it, it is seeming more like this is a bigger mission that you have, a bigger life purpose that you have, that you need to step into the light and just own and pass down pass down to others because you have something here that you have worked really hard on, really have mastered and become really good at now. You are a master. I mean, it could literally be like any like like witchy stuff. Like it could be anything to do with metaphysics, spirituality, the occult, astrology, energy healing, energy work, anything like that that does bring you a lot of passion. You have excitement for this, but you need to not be afraid of like getting rejected or yeah, getting like get out of your own way. Get out of your own way. Get out of your head. Like get out of your own way. Like let the universe keep flowing with you. Like it's bringing opportunities to you. It's allowing for this to happen and you're resisting. You're resisting because you're like no, 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 I can't. I can't. I'm too scared or whatever it is that's like why your reason for why you can't. And it's the universe like just shut the fuck up and let me just do it. Can I just please guide you? Like trust your intuition. But I'm talking to you through your intuition, those intuitive hits that you get to do something, those sparks of inspiration, those gut impulses that you feel, those are all your intuition talking to you. That's me talking to you, saying, do it. Can you please just listen for the love of God? That's kind of what the universe wants you to know. So just please listen to those things and do it. But anyway, I hope that that was helpful. I'd love to know in the comments below if it was, or like how this applies to your personal specific situation, if this does have to do with your life purpose. Um, and yeah, I hope that you enjoyed. If you did, please like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. And I hope to see you in my next video. Bye. Hi, File Pre. Welcome to your reading. So if you chose the yellow sparkle quartz, we are doing a reading today about what do you need to know or hear right now, just a general message, and see what comes out, basically. I'm leaving it completely open. So we have your oracle cards here, and then we'll pull some tarot. So for your first card, we have explore your options. It's time to look at other possibilities. It's a good time to make changes. Then we have you are lovable just the way you are. Be bold and take a risk. Courage. Fear is natural. It invites us to be brave. Accept and face what scares you. You are safe and protected. Crystal. Have faith and hope because there is something positive in you on the horizon that you can't yet see. And then we have number 15, appreciation. So I do just want to point out that all of these piles, pile 1, 2, and 3, seem very similar in nature in that all of us, or all of you guys, whoever's viewing these videos, are being called to like make a change in their life and to do that thing that they want to do, like to have courage. They've been very motivational, inspiring, and empowering messages. And obviously you could apply this to like whatever area in your life it is, but it is about like doing something that you've been wanting to do and just like having the courage to do it. So that's just kind of what's been coming out. And then and being like saying that like everything's gonna be okay, like you're gonna be fine if you do it, like it's gonna work out positively. So if you did watch the other piles and you're like, okay, these are all the same, they are very similar messages here. So maybe that's just what everybody needs to hear. Okay, so what else is pile 3 into here right now? So we have the Ace of Swords that flipped over. There's that new beginning. What does pile 3 need to know or hear right now? Okay. So this message, naturally, right as I say that, is a little bit different in that I'm kind of getting something to do with a relationship here, or soulmate connection, or marriage or spouse or something like that, that maybe fell apart. Maybe there was an ending here. Maybe you need to cut out. Okay, well, let's get into the reading. Okay, so here are options. It's time to look at other possibilities. It's a good time to make changes. Because look, so we have a tower that comes out, which is like about a major ending in your life. Everything like your whole world is turned upside down. It's a huge shakeup, and it's like being at ground zero. You know, it's starting all over because you lost everything. Like everything, like shit hits the fan, and then like, okay, now what? But then we have two aces here. We have the Ace of Cups and the Ace of Swords. So this is saying that like this big shakeup that needs to happen, or maybe already happened. Apply how it resonates, but it's if it already happened, then just know that it needed to happen. It needed to happen to restore balance in your life, to have justice in your life. Somehow it brought justice. And like I said, maybe this could have been like a contract that you had with someone. So it's like maybe somebody you could have been married to, or a business contract with a business partner, or some sort of a business that you were in that came to an end. It could be a job that you had and somebody, like maybe you got fired or you lost your job. There's a definitely a loss here, an ending here, major. It could have been painful. Um, and it could have had to do with like one other person that you were close to. So it could be business or personal, you know, could be romantic. So if it's not marriage, it could be just like a relationship, a serious relationship, somebody that you felt you had maybe a soul contract with. We have the Lovers at the bottom. Okay, so this could be definitely soulmate. It could be also a sibling that you have if you had a fight with them, or somebody in your close environment, or a close friend. And then we also have the devil. So this is somebody that you had a soul contract with, and maybe this was karmic in nature. Maybe this wasn't healthy for you. Definitely a strong soulmate, but not the kind where you are with them forever. I feel like that it came to an end or needs to come to an end. So if you are in a situation like that, this is someone that you are being called to cut out, like asked to cut out. The Ace of Swords, like cut that shit out and have your new beginning. And the Ace of Cups, there's a new beginning here in love or something that makes you happy. And you're going to have clarity about this. And it's like you have so much clarity about this that like what you need to do. And maybe you're the one that causes this tower moment. You have clarity, you cause the tower moment, it leads to a new beginning in love. And that's how you get your justice. This is like your revenge, like in a healthy way. Because you have a lot of options in love, I think. And I'm gonna say love, I guess, because that's like what I'm sensing the most is like a relationship and with the lovers coming out and the devil and all of that. But it could, apply to how it resonates. It could be like a new job that you would love, But so you have a lot of options here, and maybe you think that you don't. Yeah, like you are lovable just the way you are. Be bold and take a risk. So, and have courage. Like, fears not. There's something here that you need to do. You need to like cut out. Like, maybe you think that, okay, so just an example that I'm getting is like you're in a relationship, you're married to someone, or you're just you live together, you're in a serious relationship, okay? And this person doesn't treat you 100% well. Like, maybe they're a little bit manipulative, it's toxic, like, it's not your ultimate like dream relationship, but you're afraid to leave because you're like, well, if I leave, like, I'm not gonna, no one else is gonna like me. Like, I'm too old, or I don't know how to date. Like, I don't know how to do this, or I'm not good enough. Like, this is the only person that would love me. Like, no one else would love me this way. Like, oh, this person, well, they're not that bad. They love this, this, and this about me. What if I never find someone who loves me in that way? Or what if I never find my soulmate? Or just what if, like all of these scenarios in your head, questioning whether or not you can make it on your own once you get out of this contract. If you're going to be fine, if you're going to still be lovable, if you're going to find love, and you're scared, but the universe wants you to know that you are so freaking safe and protected, and you're going to be so loved. Like, you're going to find something that is completely like a new beginning here in love with the Ace of Cups, something that is going to make you feel very happy and very emotionally fulfilled. Some like a person or a relationship or whatever, where they're going to appreciate you so much more than you could have ever known. You thought this was good. Well, there's a lot more coming. Um, and so it's just saying, like, have hope and faith in your future. There is something positive and you on the horizon that you can't yet see. The Ace of Cups is like an offering from the universe, a blessing that kind of comes out of nowhere. You don't really see it. It's like a brand new like spark, like, oh, okay, there it is. It's like a new spark of like a new idea, a new insight, new love, new connection. And so there is something new, the tower. You don't see that coming either. So there's like a major change and ending, and then a brand new beginning because of this ending. And you don't see it yet, so you're like, ugh, it's probably not coming because I don't see it. And then literally 5 hours later, it's there, and you're like, oh, well, I didn't know that was gonna come, but now it's here. Now I could see how not now I could see how the universe was like doing its thing, and I was being stupid, not thinking that it's gonna come. You know, that happens to me all the time. I'm like, no, I'm doomed. Like, this is never gonna happen. And literally a day later, my whole world changes, and I'm like, what? Wow, everything can change so quickly. Like, miracles happen within 24 hours. Like, just don't get into that mindset. So yes, you are safe and protected. There is hope and faith here with this situation. If it is a relationship or a love situation, I think that your future is not doomed. I think you are safe to end this connection and walk away and you have a new beginning in love here. And I think this is in some way, shape, or form fulfilling some sort of karma between you and this other person. Because we have strong karmic energy here with justice, the lovers, and the devil. I feel like you guys did have a contract together, a soulmate contract, where you guys had to live out a certain part of your life together for whatever reason, learn whatever you need to learn, clean up the mess that you guys maybe created in a past life, and in this life you have to clean it up. And maybe the way that you clean it up is by actually walking away and causing an ending in this connection and starting over. That way you empower yourself more, and you know that you are lovable, you deserve better, and you appreciate yourself. There's an element of self-love here. So it's like you have set to yourself, like, no, I deserve better, I know my worth, I know my value, and this person doesn't see that, so I'm sorry, but I'm going to have to end it, and I'm going to have to leave. And you stand up for yourself, and maybe that in itself is the karma being fulfilled. And that's how you get justice, like on a soul level, and so you have to do this. There's a decision to be made, because you're dealing with something that is karmic or toxic or just not good for you. And there could be some manipulation here with the magician. um so be bold and take a risk, and then have courage, right? Fear is normal, and it's okay to feel fear when you're making a change, but that doesn't mean that you're not going to make the change. So fear being there is fine. Doesn't mean that because you're a strong person you don't feel fear anymore. No, you definitely feel fear, scares the shit out of you, but it's not gonna let you stop. Like, it's not gonna hold you back. That's the difference between courage, living in courage, or living in fear. Living in courage doesn't necessarily mean that your fear is gone. Oh no, it's still alive, alive and well, saying hello. But because of your courage, you're like, I'm not gonna let my fear overpower me. I'm not gonna let my fear control my life. That's courage. And so you're being bold and taking a risk here. So you're being asked to be bold and take a risk in whatever this is for you, and know that everything is going to be okay. And yes, I think you will find love, and you will find a new partnership with someone else, a new contract with someone else after this major ending. There are good new opportunities that are coming your way, almost, I feel like, honestly, almost immediately, because we go from the Tower to the Ace of Cups. So that's like major ending, shit show, rock bottom, and then whoop, there it is, the Ace of Cups. So I kind of feel like the transition period isn't going to be too long, but it's not just about finding someone else to love you and appreciate you, and to like attach yourself to now another situation or person or relationship to like make you feel loved. I think this journey is also very much about you appreciating yourself and having self appreciation, and knowing your own worth and loving yourself, and knowing that you are lovable just the way you are, and also just knowing that you didn't do anything wrong. Like, if this person did reject you, whether it's business and they fired you, or they don't want you around anymore, or it's like a relationship, if like they're the ones that are leaving you or doing the leaving, just know that it's not you. It's not like who you are as a person that's being rejected. It's just this person is, for some reason, not. You guys aren't meant to be in each other's lives anymore. Your karma has been fulfilled. And it's not personal to you and who you are as a being, who you are as a person. You are still amazing and lovable, and just keep being you. Don't take this on as like your own worth being denied, or like your own selfhood being denied, or whatever. Um, so I would like to just know, we'll leave those two guys there. Actually, no, I remember them. Maybe they want to come out again. So what else I tell me about for pile 3, like what they need to know right now? What else does pile 3 need to know right now? You are being asked to explore your options. So, like, genuinely, I think you have a lot of options in life, or with regards to this situation, that you don't even see. You don't even see because you're so focused on this one person or this one situation, that, or maybe you just stuck up in your head or whatever, to where you're not really seeing clearly like all of the options. Your eyes are mostly blindfolded. So you're just not seeing what's available to you. And there are a lot of possibilities here for you, mainly one with the Ace of Swords and the Ace of Cups, one in love and one in new communication, new insights, new clarity, epiphanies, realizations that I think are going to come to you once you look up, like, instead of looking down, or like looking away, or focusing on just one thing and fixating on it, just like opening your mind and your eyes and being like, okay, what else is here? let me open my mind a little bit. And then you see all of these birds around you representing all of your options and opportunities. Like, whoa, the world just got so much bigger because I see everything now. And then it turns into love. There's like love opportunities. So we have the Two of Wands. So what else does pile 3 need to know right now? The Two of Wands and the Three of Cups. Oh my God, the world is yours. So if you've been feeling stuck in your life in this situation and not knowing how to move forward, the universe is telling you, first of all, to sort of like make a plan and evaluate your life and really like literally make a list of like how you want to live your life, all of your dreams and your desires, your passions, your ideal reality, right? What kind of person do you want to be with? If this does have to do with a romantic partner, who is your soulmate? What would they be like? What energy do they embody? If it's a job, what is your dream job? Or what do you want to be doing? How much money do you want to be making? Just dream big, because the Two of Wands is about dreaming the biggest that you can dream and knowing that you can have it, you know? It's a very optimistic perspective. It's like the Two of Wands isn't necessarily moving yet because he's too busy making his dreams, writing them down, I guess, like identifying them. Yeah, like identifying what it is that he wants. But he has the world in his hands, you know? So it's kind of looking at your life in that way where like I can have anything in the world. I have my magic wand and I can make it happen. I can manifest it. Just me, my cat, and this lizard, and we're going. And then you have the Three of Cups, which is about happiness and it's about celebration and feeling really good. And so yeah, I just think that you're being asked to dream big and be bold and don't settle. Don't settle. And there is going to be a happy times ahead, like sunshine ahead, like a lot of like friendships. Maybe you're gonna unite with your soul tribe, your soulmates. Maybe you're gonna find your own community where you feel more like you belong. People who are like you, they think like you, they do the things that you like to do, and you're just gonna have good, fun times. That's what you need to know right now. But you need to get out of your comfort zone. And you need to be strong and you do need to have courage. You need to have courage to make that decision, right? Which fork, like you're at a fork in the road. Which way do I go, this way or that way? Well, which way aligns you with your happiness? Which way brings you closer to your ultimate, like ideal reality? And then cutting the cords where you need to cut the cords with the death card. Cut the cords, do the healing that you need to do, right? Spend some time alone and know your worth, man. Don't settle. Know your worth and your value. And then you have a second chance. You have a second chance at life. And then you take a leap of faith with the Fool. You take a risk. You're bold. You trust the universe. And then you have celebration. You have happiness. You have your soulmate too, Four of Wands. So that's the journey in a nutshell. um, yeah, so you're safe and protected from whatever this situation is. So let me just see what advice is for you. I forgot to pull a surrender card for the other piles, but I remembered for you, so we're gonna pull one, and maybe it's just meant for you. Maybe no one off with it. But what advice do you have for pile 3 with regards to this situation in their life, or with regards to their life right now? It's what advice do you have for them? What do you want them to surrender to? Surrender comparisons with other people. Keep your eyes trained on yourself. Focus on your own strengths, attractiveness, and power. Yeah, with the strength card coming out, this is also about being just really physically attractive, beautiful, kind of in the spotlight, very confident in your energy, radiant, and really just focusing on your own radiance instead of other people. Maybe like you are afraid to like put yourself out there because you don't think you're as good as other people and you compare yourself to other people. And maybe that's one of the fears that you have from like doing something. Or maybe like if this is a relationship and you're afraid to leave or be alone because you're not good enough, you're like, I'm not pretty or hot like those other girls or guys, like no one's gonna like me. I'm just small little me, and it's just like, don't do that. Like that's self-sabotage. It's not true. You are beautiful in your own unique way. And if there are areas in your life where you don't feel that hot, like then improve, like if you feel uncomfortable being in a bathing suit because of whatever insecurities, then that's fine. Lose some weight, go to the gym, eat healthier. Like that's totally okay. But also like accept yourself the way that you are and know that like you're still beautiful and lovable the way that you are and your body is. So don't like look at yourself and be like, oh, I hate that part of me. Let me go to the gym and fix it. It's like, no, I love and accept myself, but also I'd prefer to be this way. I prefer, that's about change. It's a paradox, right? Like accept yourself the way you are, but never stop improving yourself. It's a paradox because they're both true. And they're both like at the same time simultaneously. Like you're going to constantly change and improve because you recognize that some parts of you are not like up to par with what you want, but also you love and accept those parts about yourself just as equally. It's like mind-boggling, but that's a paradox, and paradoxes are the pointers to the ultimate truth. So that's just what that is. So if you do compare yourself to other people, that's like a tendency that you have, and it's like a fear that's holding you back, that like you're not as good as other people, you need to switch the focus from them and how they're living their life and how they look and how great they are and what they're doing and what they've done, and because that's going to eat away at you, and just bring the focus back to yourself, to your own strength, your own empowerment, how you are amazing. Sometimes when we spend too much time on other people, even if it's for inspiration, we get lost in them, and we start to become them. We start to want to be like them, and we forget who we are. We forget how amazing we are. Even if we're using them for inspiration, there's still an element of losing ourselves because we're so focused on them and what they're doing that we forget to how to be ourselves. So maybe just like a good exercise would be like get off social media, get off Instagram, like just stop looking at all those people who you compare yourself to, because that could really be like destructive to your appreciating yourself, right? Like learning to love yourself, and to start like maybe journaling about all the things that make you great, and really reflecting on your life, really reflecting on all the things that you have done, accomplished, the growth that you've been through, the transformations, then all the ways that you've had courage in your life to make the changes that you needed to make. If you did cut this person out of your life, how fucking hard that was and how proud you are of yourself. Or if this person cut you out, then all the growth that you did after this whole ending and how much you've grown as a person, and really give yourself credit and appreciation and recognition, like find your own strength, really find your own strength, and not like wait for other people to tell you these things. It's beautiful to get validated, of course, like take it, but don't wait for it or depend on it. Really bring the focus back to you and how amazing you are and why you think you're amazing, not why they think you're amazing, or how you can compete with this person or you can look like this person and then you'll be good. No, you're good right now, and just find all the ways that you love you. And then once you do that, I genuinely do think like there's some amazing things that are going to be happening and changing in your life. Like find your own worth. So if you do have some sort of addiction to like thinking, negative thinking, or any other addiction that is stopping you from becoming strong and powerful and amazing and beautiful in your own eyes, then you need to cut those out. So if you do have a tendency to eat Taco Bell 3 times a day, maybe that's something that you need to cut out if you want to become your best, highest, most empowered version of yourself, right? Like you have to make some physical changes in order to become that person you are proud of. And that sometimes means stopping doing those things that bring us comfort, but really bring us a lot of sabotage long term. Okay, so I'm done with my preaching for today. I really hope that this was helpful and inspiring, or just like it resonated with you on some level. I would love to know in the comments below if it did and how it did, if you'd like to share that with me. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, please like, comment, and subscribe, and I hope to see you in my next video. Bye.